Hello Sagittarius, so I'm doing your weekly tarot for July the 11th to the 18th, just to make you all aware that we are having issues with certain people who are running AI farms. They are stealing our content, changing my voice into a robotic one and then re-uploading it onto their channel. Okay, so please do make sure that you're watching my readings on my channel, which is always going to be Phoenix Keia Tarot. Okay, so if the channel name does not match with Phoenix Keia Tarot, then you're going to be watching stolen content, and I definitely would appreciate you reporting that channel. Okay, right, so for your situation, you have got belief. Examine your existing beliefs. Are your beliefs, are they still in alignment with you, right? Has your mind been changed? Has your opinion changed on something or someone? Examine your beliefs, and then slow and steady patience is key. Now, I don't have enough information yet to figure out what the heck is going on here, Sag. So we're going to go straight to the tarot for this one and find out more, okay? Because honestly, this, it could be anything. Right, so can you tell us about Sagittarius, examine existing beliefs? So there's some sort of preset notion that is needing to be revisited here, Sag. What is this about, please? Okay, so you've got the Nine of Cups, the Nine of Swords, Temperance, that's your major arcana, and the Page of Cups. It's literally about your right to be happy. Okay, you've got the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment, happiness, success, feeling safe, secure, you know, not really wanting for anything, with the Nine of Swords, the Nightmare card. So this belief that either you don't deserve to be happy or peaceful or anything like that, or that you're never going to be able to achieve this Nine of Cups, right? That is a false belief that is needing for you to re-examine it, revisit it, and then rewrite it. Okay, and with your major arcana coming out here as well, Sag, with this Temperance card and the Page of Cups, it's asking for more self-acceptance, more self-forgiveness. Okay, and definitely patience is required. Patience is key, right? Balance, patience, moderation, divine timing also with your card here. And this message of slow and steady. So this isn't going to happen overnight, Sag, okay? When you're having to rewrite old beliefs, please remember that you're trying to undo years and years, and on some occasion, many decades worth of false beliefs. So they're going to be quite deep-rooted by this point. Okay, so it's not going to be an overnight fix. This is going to take time, patience, and consistency in order to overwrite the damage that this Nine of Swords has done to your happiness. Okay, right, so let's take a look at the catalyst. Why is this happening, or why is this happening now? Temptation, alluring thoughts and actions. Interesting. Yeah, again, I feel here that there is a lot of deep introspection that's going on for you guys this week. Can you tell us more about temptation? The Four of Pentacles. Yeah, Four of Pentacles is a very rigid energy in this context. bear in mind that that temptation can be the equivalent to the devil energy, okay? Tempted to do things that are not helpful. Yeah, definitely not helpful. The Five of Swords. Learning thoughts and actions. Self-sabotage. No, I don't want that deck. I want this one. I need to take a deeper dive into this one. I've just seen the Three of Swords. What is going on with this temptation, and why is this temptation a catalyst for Sag this week? What's going on with this temptation? Death reversed. Okay, the temptation to just keep everything the way that it currently is. So there's a message here about your current, it's like your comfort levels, your comfort bubble almost, okay? So to try and undo habits of a lifetime, that is going to make you feel very, very uncomfortable with death reverse. So the temptation is, well, you know, I may as well just leave everything the way it is. It's fine. It's no biggie. It's not a problem. I'm kind of used to it now. Do you know what I mean? All of this is only going to serve to keep you stuck. Okay. So yeah, this reading is all about how to unstuck yourself. Okay. Five of Swords. That's not the formula for overcoming. Okay, that's not the winning formula. Right, can you tell us about this Five of Swords? Because Five of Swords can be a bit of an empty victory in this context, okay? So yeah, you might feel the benefit of just keeping everything the same for the time being, but long term, that's going to bite you in the ass, okay? So Five of Swords clarified with an Ace of Wands, new energy, the Eight of Wands, fast energy, Page of Wands, curious energy, and the Six of Swords, moving on, okay? Moving on, overcoming, surpassing, things getting better for you, Sag. The catalyst is literally, you can feel, almost on a very deep primal level, you're wanting to switch something up here. It is time for that fresh insight, the fresh energy, the fresh changes, the newness, okay? There's a lot of nervousness in your energy about changing things up. Almost as if you're afraid, what if I change too much too soon? Or change something up too much too soon? What if I can't keep on top of everything? What if this? What if that? All of these what ifs are entirely hypothetical. Okay, they're saying here, yes, do be smart and do be cautious, but now it is time for a brand new adventure, okay? And they're actually letting you know here, Sag, that it's going to be a lot easier than you think it will be, okay? So while you're assuming that everything here is just going to remain exactly how it is, it actually isn't, okay? And that's a good thing. It's a really good thing that everything's changing up for you. It's a good thing that you are starting to think differently, that you are starting to see everything and everyone around you differently. Okay, even if initially you don't particularly like what it is that you see, it's still a good thing. Okay, I kind of feel like a small group of you guys are potentially starting to wake up, realizing where you've been potentially sleepwalking through your life, and now that's no longer good enough. Okay, maybe the temptation is, okay, I can see what's going on, but I don't want to do anything about it because I risk becoming uncomfortable. But, you know, long term, that's not going to work, okay? So this one's saying for you to really lean into your adventurous nature, your curious nature, and see if you can start changing things up, even slowly, okay? Because remember, patience is going to be the key here, all right? What's going on in your blind spot? Alignment. Yeah, you can do the hard things, right? With this alignment in your blind spot. So taking the easy path is not necessarily going to be the best path for you this week, Sag, okay? You're more than capable of doing the hard things, and oftentimes that's where you're going to see the biggest results anyway, okay? So this intense pull that you're feeling to change something up, that's coming from a very deep soul level for you. Can you tell us more about this alignment in Sagittarius's blind spot, please? Yeah, see, death is coming out again, and it's coming out in the upright position this time. So what is it that you're needing to surrender, release, and let go of, okay? And what is it that you're needing to welcome in that is going to change up your life on a fundamental level, okay? The change that we're speaking about with this death energy, it's not, oh, I fancy a new hair color, right? Because that can be undone quite easily, right? It's on a much deeper level than that. It's always on about a fundamental change, okay? See, with the white horse, that's about freedom of spirit and liberation. So in your blind spot, you're crying out for this adventure and liberation that is going to require you to metaphorically allow something to die or release something else first, okay? Can you tell us more about this death energy for Sag? You can do the hard things. You've got heavy Scorpio influences in your reading this week, Sag. So I don't know if there is a Scorpio that's involved with this, or if you've got dominant Scorpio placements in your own chart somewhere. It's very, very possible. But again, the important thing here is for you to take control of these changes where you can, okay? Justice and the Four of Swords. So yeah, you've got Libra energy that's also playing an influence this week. I feel that this is harmony, this is karmic balance. There could be a bit of maybe poetic justice that's coming in as well with the Justice and the Four of Swords, right? Again, we need to take a much deeper dive into this energy because honestly, Sag, I feel like I just don't have enough information at the moment. And considering we're looking into your subconscious energies or your blind spot here, it's really important that we fully understand exactly what's going on here, okay? Can you tell us more about justice in Sag's blind spot, please? Right, this one is scattered energy. Okay, the Five of Wands. So the Five of Wands off balance. Excuse me, it's not the Five of Wands, it's the Six of Wands. I don't know why I said the five, it clearly is the six. Six of Wands off balance. It's almost like you're wanting to do something on the down low. Okay. Kind of feels like you don't really want a lot of attention right now, or you're trying to avoid having a lot of eyes on you. Okay, you're wanting to do something very, very subtly. Okay, it's scattered energy again, Sag. The Page of Swords, yeah. You're trying to avoid other people finding out what it is that you're doing this week. Which means I need to stop digging. All right, I'm not allowed to look any further into that, because obviously this is something that's very, very important to you, Sag. You're either not wanting other people to find out about your plans, you don't want any attention brought to it, or this could also be advice as well, Sag. This could be Spirit's way of advising you. Okay, Sag, move in silence this week, because there is potentially other people who are very, very interested in what your next move is going to be. Okay, perhaps they are wanting to cause some kind of problems for you with that message of the 5 of Wands accidentally coming out, right? Like, clearly that's the 6 of Wands, but I was certain in my head that it was the 5 of Wands. So you're wanting to avoid some kind of trouble, you want to avoid drama, you want to avoid gossip, right? So definitely doing something on the down low that helps you get back into alignment with whatever it is that you're trying to be in alignment with. That's going to be the best course of action here for you to take, right? It could also indicate signing some sort of document here as well, with justice being there, right? So just make sure that you're fully understanding of everything that it is that you're signing, okay, to avoid any nasty surprises down the line. What's working for you, being as eccentric as what you possibly can, eccentric person, a person with a different worldview. Yeah, so it's working for you, Sag, is the fact that you don't go along with the crowd. You don't just blindly follow whatever is popular, okay? If people are describing you as being eccentric, and they probably do, then that's a compliment, okay? That's working in your favor. And yeah, it normally does indicate that you confuse other people because they don't know what your next move is going to be. You are unpredictable, okay? Yeah, the Empress. Growth, beauty, abundance, fertility, creativity as well. Sag, this one indicates you know exactly what it is that you're doing. And with the Knight of Swords coming out off balance, you know a lot more than what you're actually saying at this time, okay? So you're more focused on being observant rather than being chatty. And that's really working out in your favor here. How this is likely going to play out, energy, a rush of excitement. Okay, so yeah, a very good result for you here, Sag. Something creates this rush of enjoyment, this rush of excitement for you. It feels like you're being reassured that you are making all of the right moves at the right time. Thanks to this change in your thinking, okay? I'm surprised the Magician energy hasn't come out, actually, because this entire read, it does feel very Magician-esque, okay? You're recognizing that your thoughts does actually hold power, so you're getting stuck right in there and you're rewriting all of your negative thoughts so that you can start manifesting this beauty, this growth, this positivity and abundance in your life, okay? Literally all starts with you. The Two of Cups off balance, Sag, indicates that you and another person are no longer going to be in agreement or in alignment with each other, and that's absolutely fine, okay? At some point, yes, certain people are going to end up falling away from your life. And that's just the natural course of events taking place, okay? especially if you're a lot more self-aware than someone else. You will find that the individual that's not particularly self-aware, they tend to stay in the same loop, in the same cycle for quite a while. Okay, the Eight of Cups, the Ace of Wands, and another ace, the Ace of Swords. So clarity and truth coming out here for your most likely result. Yeah, look, there is some sort of connection, relationship, or friendship here that it is unfortunate that it's coming to an end, but it also feels like it kind of needs to be that way as well. And with it clarifying this rush of excitement, I feel that you might be relieved, actually. So that this, for all I know, this could be a long-standing issue that you have with another individual, okay? With you feeling relieved that, yes, finally it's over. Finally, I don't have to take responsibility for this anymore. Finally, it's done. Finally, I can move on, okay? Yes, it does feel like closure in a lot of ways. It definitely does. And then you looking forward to what is next for you, okay, with these two aces. New creative ambition here with this Ace of Wands. A very significant and important breakthrough also. And then your strongest message of the week is this Six of Wands that's coming out again, only this time around it's coming out in the upright position, okay? Which means that you're being recognized for doing a lot of good here, Sag. You're being recognized for a job well done. Okay, now that doesn't necessarily mean that you're being recognized by other people. Okay, you could be getting recognized by spirit, by the universe, by yourself even. What's under there? A Queen of Swords. Okay, yeah. Your boundaries are definitely being recognized. There is definitely this vibe of you no longer feeling like you have to just put up with BS, okay? Because again, with you rewriting this old, these old things that you've been telling yourself, you rewriting this negativity that might well have been keeping you stuck in this negative loop. You are gaining a sense of freedom and independence from rewriting all of that. But you're also gaining the ability, Sag, to speak up for yourself, to stand up for yourself, and to ensure that nobody uninvited will cross your own personal threshold, okay? The Six of Wands, this is guilt-free, okay? This is definitely guilt-free. So you feeling very relieved and excited about what is waiting for you next, okay? Before I take a look at a healing message for you, I want to find out what is this new energy that's coming in for you, okay? And then we'll move on to the healing message. I definitely feel like this one is not yet complete, okay? I find myself keep looking at it and it's like, I've got more to say. So yeah, what is this new energy? Justice. You could be meeting a Libra, meeting up with a Libra, connecting with a Libra. Okay, there might not even be a Libra at all. This could just be saying, okay, that there's a new soul contract here that is beginning for you, Sag. And yes, it does feel physical, sexual, and intimate. Okay, so for any of our Sagittarians who have had maybe a bit of a dry spell for a week, for a hot minute, this week, the what's a clean way of putting this? You're desert is going to be experiencing those refreshing summer rains. I think I managed it. You can read between the lines, yeah? It's no longer a dry spell in that regard. I feel that there's something going on a much deeper level here, though, right? Whatever this is, it's reversed, by the way. It feels to me like your ability to connect with others on that deep and intimate level. Gosh, again, I find myself struggling because this is going on YouTube, you guys, right? The algorithm has become increasingly strict over the years. You might have noticed. Yeah, this isn't just about being physically intimate with another person. This is about how there's like this energy transfer that's going on, okay? And basically, to try and put it in the most simplistic of terms that I can, your energy is going to be shared and exchanged with a new individual who is at your level and who has a similar soul mission almost to what you have. Okay. Yeah. So what else? The Three of Cups reversed, which is excluding all others. Fucking love that one for you, Sag, excluding all others. So yeah, if you're one of these Sagittarians who has been more recently enjoying this carefree, responsibility-free type dating, yeah, you're gonna be committing yourself to that one special person, or them committing themselves to you because you are their one special person. Again, just take it as it resonates. Ultimately, there is another individual who is showing very, very prominently in your reading this week, Sag. And yes, you are going to be both excluding all others, and therefore maybe making things official here, okay, with the Three of Cups reversed. Absolutely loving this energy for you, Sag. It's well deserved. Oh, there's your mysterious Five of Wands. Now in this deck, there isn't anything actively coming in towards you, right? It's like it's already been stopped in its tracks. So if you recall, the traditional Five of Wands is that there is like an active battle going on, okay, or like a group of kids who are practicing and, you know, trying to improve on their skills, and it kind of looks like they're all fighting with each other, right? In this one, the action's already stopped. It's like blocked, stop, no, you can go no further, right? With this being your strongest overall energy at the bottom of this deck, Sag, it implies that a situation elsewhere is likely going to be coming to an abrupt ending, an abrupt stop this week, which might feed into these negative beliefs that you have about yourself that you're really needing to sit with and process and work through this week. Okay, because this one feels very, very much like a catalyst, especially given the fact that halfway through your read, I mentioned the Five of Wands completely and utterly by mistake. Yeah. There are no mistakes with tarot is basically what I'm trying to tell you. Everything that happens during the reading, it is a part of the reading itself. Okay, there was no mistake with that. Turns out that was the catalyst the whole way through, okay? And it feels like something is abruptly coming to a stop. Why? Because it needs to, because it can go no further, because you can do nothing else with it, okay? It feels to me like that's a connection with another person, a relationship with another person, not necessarily a romantic situation, but it definitely does feel like a connection with another person. Okay, it's kind of like it's saying, okay, this connection, it is unhealthy. It has always been unhealthy. It has never helped you with your own personal growth. And now it really is the time for you to surrender that, to let that connection go, okay? Because it's not going to go any further. And if you try and hold on to that, Sag, out of some sort of maybe misplaced responsibility or misplaced duty, then it's only going to serve you to continue to hold you back in ways that you really don't want it to. Okay, so yeah, I'm glad that I clarified that one. Right, so let's take a look at some healing and guidance messages for you, Sag. Have some healing for Sag, please. Oh, okay. Reclaim. So it's time for you to reclaim, I guess, yourself. Number 54, and it's ruled by the fire element. Yeah, that makes total sense. Right, reclaim 54. Let me see. Okay. Sag, your healing message says, you were born as a perfectly imperfect human with gifts, talents, medicine, wisdom, and knowing. Growing up in a culture that does not nurture these gifts creates misalignment with our highest truth. Reclamation can be a lifetime process, as it's continually awakening to ancient medicine we knew in other lifetimes and soul wisdom. While there is no rule book or map for this journey, this card calls your attention to what stirs deep inside your soul memory. We are often drawn to places, to people, experiences, or music, etc., that we know on a cellular level, but our logical mind may not understand why. This card asks you to follow your intuition, to trust that desire and follow it. Reclaim your knowing, reclaim your power, reclaim your medicine and your healing, and enjoy the mystery and the stories unfolding. Okay, this is also associated with panthers. So they've used a panther skull there in the middle of the card. And it says, to see a panther live is often accompanied with a feeling of awe at how at home it appears to be in its own body, in its environment, and its movement. Panther has an overwhelming aura of confidence. It may be laying or sauntering, but it can spring into action in a split second. Panthers are also incredibly solitary animals. They live, hunt, and travel alone. The work of reclamation can also be a lonely journey. It can also be one that is filled with doubts and questions. Panther can teach us how to reclaim our wisdom and medicine with power, grace, confidence, and appreciation of our solitude. Okay, so yeah, you could be feeling particularly lonely as well, Sag. And Spirit's saying, for the stage of the journey that you're on right now, that is actually a necessary stage in your own journey. Okay, it's very, very necessary. It's also very, very temporary. It's also associated with the plant fireweed, and it says fireweed is a pioneer plant, meaning that after extreme soil disturbance, a wildfire, for example, fireweed will establish colonies to repopulate the land and to put nutrients back into the soil so that other plants and trees can take root. So something that you're doing right now, Sag, is going to benefit everyone else. As a plant ally, it teaches us how to restore ourselves after life takes its toll on us. In particular, it helps us to learn our natural capacity to self-heal. It's also connected to the stone golden apatite. And it says golden apatite is a helpful ally to those who have been worn down and who are feeling small. Its fiery energy supports us in standing up for ourselves and reclaiming our confidence. Many of us were raised to play small, to be humble and cautious. Golden apatite is a guide in breaking free of these ingrained limitations. Call upon golden apatite when you need support in reclaiming your true, confident and empowered self. Okay? I mean, Sag, you don't need me to break that down any further for you. It's done a fantastic job of explaining itself perfectly. And it was so utterly connected to what we saw in your tarot as well. It's almost like Spirit just took that final card as like a way to reaffirm certain messages that we had already seen in your tarot. Right, so we are going to take a look at a cheeky message. This is not to be taken seriously, Sag, okay? It's one of my sarcastic decks. Your emergency affirmation for this week is, my feelings deserve to be named. Like the go to hell, Deborah feeling. Yeah, listen, your feelings do deserve to be named, okay? Don't ignore your feelings. You got to sit with them. But yeah, that is what I have for you guys today. I genuinely hope that that reading has been helpful. For personal readings with me, my website is phoenixkeiatarot.com. Just to let you all know as well, Sag, that in a couple of weeks' time, I'm going to be taking a break for a couple of weeks. So yeah, you definitely want to get your private readings booked with me sooner rather than later, because I am going to have to close my diaries in like a week or 2 weeks time, and I want to get everyone's PRs back to them as soon as I can before I go away. Okay, but yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.